Hey guys, welcome to a brand new video to the channel. Welcome to another League Equilibrium reveal. So we're going to be getting these daily until basically all the reveals are done. What I decided to do for you guys, starting tomorrow, I kind of forgot about it today, I'll be doing double uploads while we're doing these reveal videos at night. And then around 11:30 GMT time in the morning, I'll drop the actual video we're supposed to do at night as well. So double uploads at least until the reveals are done. Now, if you guys are enjoying the videos, please make sure to leave me a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel. I am trying to push for 12.5 thousand subscribers by the end of the year, and I'm hoping that Leagues will kind of give me a big push in terms of that as well. So if you are looking forward to Leagues content, I'm planning to do a big coverage of it as well. Guides, progress videos, everything you can think of for Leagues is what we're trying to push on the channel. And if you're looking forward to it, please make sure to drop me that subscription. So let's go and jump in without further ado. This should mainly be some reveals about the tier 2 relic. Now, if you wanted to, you can go and view the RuneScape video going over this and the brand new or previously used relics, where they'll describe it as well. I'll make sure to put the links down below for you guys to go and check out. But by the names of them, Superheated and Crystal Grace, these seem to be new. So let's go and look at the first one. So Crystal Grace is going to grant you Seren's Crystal Tiara, which acts as an Omni Tiara for entering all runecrafting altars, and offers teleports to runecrafting altars in your unlocked regions. The tiara also acts as a demon horn necklace when worn or in the inventory, which is quite nice really. So first off the bat, it's going to be something which is kind of wicked hoodish, as well as the demon horn necklace, which is going to be quite useful to train your prayer passively. It unlocks all magic spells, so I presume that's also going to be things like Ancient Spellbook, the Seren spells as well. When gaining XP in any skill, 5% chance to obtain a crystal essence which can be used in place of pure or impure essence. Rune quantity output from essence including crystal essence is increased by 3 times, so really good for having the ability to go and get some runes. Now when considering regions and stuff, things like shop, very important, because there's quite a lot of shops in RuneScape which are going to be very useful to utilize for invention, as well as like stocking up on rune shops as well. So if you're going to pick regions which don't have rune shops, the Crystal Grace, by the sound of it, is going to be very strong. And also, it's notorious through all the different forms of leagues. Runecrafting can be one of those skills which can really sort of get you caught out a little bit. And if you had the sort of Silverhawk boots from the previous tier, that can sort of utilize all your shops, because you're going to get that much cash just from simply having the boots. That can kind of get rid of the need for the Crystal Grace, because it seems very strong on runecrafting. So you have level-based multipliers are always the maximum regardless of your runecrafting level. That is an actual very big one, because boosts and multipliers go up to like 110 now. The fact that you can have it at any level is very strong. Necromancy rituals act as having the following glyphs active without needing to draw them. Multiply attraction and protection at 200%, speed at 50%. So going to gather like necromancy stuff is going to be exceptionally nice. Really, you're going to have the ability of all of that multiply and attraction bonus, but also the speed at being 50%. Just is going to increase the speed of what you're going to make those rituals. And if you do need to do a big grind for ectoplasm, necroplasms, all that kind of stuff, it is going to be very beneficial. So this is a very new one in terms of it being a relic, but a very well thought out one as well. So far it covers the ability to use a demon horn necklace, all the magical spells, very good for runecrafting, because you're going to have the ability to go and have the multipliers for everything, and also the crystal tiara, which is going to give you the ability to get crystal essence as well. And then finally, when burying a bone or offering it at an altar, you will gain additional XP equivalent to a dragon bone, which is going to really make prayer quicker. That is actually a very well thought out relic, and it's not very specific to one skill. And maybe in previous leagues on old school, and definitely for the one last year on RuneScape 3, it was a bit narrow-minded on the relics to only cover a few skills, whereas this is really very good actually. I'm a big fan of that one. The next one is going to be Superheated. So Superheated is going to burn logs automatically when woodcutting without required fire making level. So this is toggleable, which is nice. There was a relic very much like this in the Yama old school leagues, which was very strong. Automatically cook fish caught with fishing. Again, no level needed for that, and that is also toggleable. Logs are added to bonfires at a rate of 0.6 seconds per log. Lighting just one incense stick will provide max potency for 60 minutes, which is nice because it doesn't mean you have to make a huge amount of incense sticks, and that's what's nice about the way they're thinking about these perks. They're trying to reduce the prep time and the time you're going to need to go and gather items and get bonuses and stuff like that. They're thinking in the right way for what a league should be. A league, with it being a limited mode, you shouldn't have to spend all your time going to pursue items or supplies and stuff like that. You should really spend most of your time chasing those league tasks, going after those bossing drops and all those kind of things, the prep beforehand should be as limited as possible, because that's what leagues really should be. The fact that relics and all the combat stuff should go past it and should be able to do that part for you as well. We have the fire spirits, which you get from bonfires. These are going to be replaced with blessed fire spirits and spawn more frequently. These can also be spawned while smithing as well. When smelting ores, you will gain double the bars. There is a 3% chance to gain an additional 50 bars. So again, mentioned before, gathering all the bars for smithing is going to be one of the slower, more tedious grinds. That's pretty much eliminated that as well. When smelting ores, smelt bars up to 60 times instead of 28. So that's basically just you unlocking the family crest benefit, which again is going to make it even better. Completing in progress smithing items will reward the invention materials when items would have yielded if disassembled. This is a big one, because invention, the amount of materials you need to level invention up effectively, is going to be a big sort of question or problem to a lot of players, because invention does absolutely swallow up a lot of items. To have that and not even disassemble it. So with smithing, this is incredibly strong. So for example, if we were going to take Elder Rune, you can upgrade Elder Rune armor and weapons up to a +5. Not only that as well, you can take that +5 armor and then turn it into bonus XP by doing it through the burial armor process. So not only are you going to get more smithing XP doing it in the burial armor process, you're also going to gain invention materials that item would have produced all the way through that process, which is absolutely crazy. Like, this superheated one really does target very good skills to link together, which is really nice. When you're smithing as well, you're always going to have max heat when smithing, triple base progress per strike when smithing, and then completing ceremonial sword plans gives 5 times smithing XP and 50 bars of the metal you were using. XP for burial set is increased by 3%. So for smithing, this one is just absolutely cooking. It completely sort of pushes smithing into a completely different realm, and with the fact you're going to get invention materials from it as well, it is going to be so strong. The fire making one, it basically means that like fire making, you can go in AFK woodcutting and you can just get 99 fire making really easy. Like, fire making doesn't have a real purpose. Same with cooking to a point as well. You can just go in AFK fishing. This would be a really nice one with the AFK one from the tier 1. To have that and combined with superheated would be really good, because when you can go in AFK, things like the mining spots, stuff's already going to be made, you're going to have the bars already there. And then also as well, I'd be interested to see if the ability to go and make like extra bars will work when you've got that benefit as well. So when you're smelting ores, does that work with the one down below the survivalist, where you're going to be AFK and everything you touch is going to turn into something in terms of material here. So when you're gathering like the wood cutting in the sense of the bank or the metal bank, are they going to be turned into bars? Or is it just going to be something where it's just going to be stored? But it seems that even smelting is going to be quite quick and quite a good thing here. These are two very strong ones. It's kind of what kind of side do you want to take. I do think the fact that the Crystal Grace is going to lock all the spells is going to be very good. The necromancy side, if you're someone who's going to do necromancy, the ability to speed up the whole ritual process is going to be really nice. And this seems to be the relic which is going to take care of runecrafting. Now, if runecrafting is sort of looked after by another relic further down the line, I would kind of say focus on that one. But I presume these are going to be tier 2 relics, but there's also a point that these could actually be later relics later on down the line, and Jagex just haven't released them in the order they need to be as well. But I suppose we'll find out where we go from there. So below there are some frequently asked questions. So one thing which is really nice is wiki sync. So if you guys didn't use it in the previous league, basically what it allows you to do is to search yourself and to be able to see which tasks you've completed and which tasks you've not. It's a really good way to filter out which ones you've done and sort of filter through which ones are the easy tasks to complete going forward as well. I did it on the last leagues, and it's so nice to be able to just filter out the tasks you've got left and remaining, and a good way to highlight which ones are going to be really nice. The quests and D&Ds are going to be affected by the modifier as well, which is really nice. We have a task list which is going to drop ahead of plans, so that's decent. Pets are obtainable in leagues and will stay unlocked between leagues. They will not transfer over to your main account. So if you do get a pet in this league, it will be available in the next one if you wanted it as well. It's actually a task in the old school RuneScape league to go and sort of reclaim a pet. I imagine that could be something as well if they're sort of following along as well. The City of will fall under Mistfilling, so if you're someone who's looking to do necromancy, that is very important to go and unlock that as well. Construction tutorial is automatically skipped for all players, so if you don't pick the area, Lumbridge, where it is, you don't have to do it as well, which is nice. Clue scrolls, Tetra compasses, Slayer task and Reaper task will all be sort of confined to your unlocked regions, which is nice because it doesn't keep you out of massive content. In my opinion, these are big things for you to do. And to not be sort of like penalized for not having a region unlocked is really, really nice. And yeah, that is pretty much going to be the release. Some really cool stuff in terms of the frequently asked questions, actually. It's really nice that people have kind of like thought through this as well. In terms of the mentioned Blessed Fire Spirits, which was mentioned earlier on, the Blessed Fire Spirits can give you Stone Spirits, Uncut Gems or Dragonstone, Charms, Clues, Coins, or Empty Crystal and Potion Flasks, which is decent. So it's nice to include the frequently asked questions stuff. There's some really, really nice things here. It isn't mentioned what tier these are going to be, but I'm hoping that if these could be 2, they could kind of like really back up the first tier stuff really well. I do think this Endless Harvest could be a really, really good move if you're someone looking to AFK play, or the Survivalist as well, but I'm still no closer to knowing truly what my plan is for leagues going forward. I suppose over the next couple of days we'll be doing these videos, and hopefully towards the end I can do a video just going through my whole plan on what I'm thinking of doing. How many accounts are you guys looking to play during the leagues? Because what I'm thinking of doing is I always get like FOMO. I'll make my first choices, and then once I've made that choice and I've sort of locked into that relic, I'll always sit and think, well, what about if I try that? So I am debating whether to do it on the main account and the Hogger, but take 2 completely separate routes. I imagine like the Hogger, I'll do the AFK Endless Harvest, and on the main account, I'll probably do Survivalist and try that as well. However, that's going to wrap up today's preview into the leagues. If you guys have got anything in terms of questions or things you want me to do in preparation for leagues, drop in the comment section down below. Let me know your thoughts on these 2 relics today, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for tomorrow's reveal.